Howdy, friends. Welcome back to the Eclectic Sam YouTube channel. I'm Sam. This is welcome to all the new people. This is the adventures of me, some of my eBay sales. Eventually, we're going to get into doing some vlogging, some adventures, and stuff like that. Just having fun, telling people about my life. Today is September 1st. It's Tuesday, so this is the start of my weekly What Sold on eBay. We had a gangbuster Monday sales, so let's get into them. First up, we have these adorable Nike Air Jordan Retro 4 infant shoes. I bought those from a auction company that does clean outs of storage lockers and stuff, and then they do their own auctions. I paid $5 for them, and they sold for $18 plus shipping. Here we have a Greg Norman G-Tech style polo golf shirt. It sold for $16.50 with free shipping. I charge for shipping now. It's just something I prefer. This one I've had for 2 years, back when I did free shipping. So that one never got changed over, but I paid $2 for it at our local thrift store. Greg Norman, if you can get it cheap, is a good name. Some of the sellers don't like to buy Greg Norman stuff, but cheap enough, like $2 for this instance, is a good turn on your money. Next up is an item of that I enjoy selling, are vintage T-shirts. This is a 1986 F-15 Eagle shirt. I paid $1 for it, and it sold for $20.99. That's a good example of you need to pay attention to your pricing sometimes. I've had that for, we're looking at 2 years as well. And the trend on vintage t-shirts has gone up. So I could have actually got closer to about 40 or 50 for that t-shirt. But I didn't keep up with my inventory, and I lost money on it. So didn't increase the price of it. Some people don't like to increase prices, but when the trends are going towards an item and you've got something that's worth more than what you originally priced it, there's nothing wrong with it. Here we have two Maisto brand Corvette diecast cars. They came from the big lot of diecast cars I told you all about. They sold for $6 for the pair. Basically, I paid $3 each for all those diecast cars. This being a lower end brand, it didn't come out as well, but it averaged out for the entire lot. These particular ones sold for $8.99 plus shipping. And yeah, I sure would like to have that split window Corvette there on the top, but the real thing, I love my classic cars, and of the many classic cars I've ridden in, I've never ridden in a split window Corvette. May need to change that. I may need to find somebody with one and ride in it. Here we have a good example of not all no-name clothing are worthless. The reason why this is worth a little bit more is a North River brand, which doesn't normally bring a big dollar, which this didn't necessarily sell for big dollar, but it's good profit. I paid $1 for it. But the hunting scene print on the shirt made it a little bit more valuable. I have a saying with clothing on eBay: the uglier it is, the quicker it sells. Myself, I like flashy things, but a lot of people don't like flashy things, weird prints and so forth. But that was a good little sale right there for $14.99 plus shipping. Last item that we have today can be a controversial subject. Sometimes people like to steer away from this. Medical supplies. There is no problem with selling medical supplies on eBay as long as there is no prescription needed for the item. Anything will always say RX needed on it if you cannot sell it. Stay away from it if it says RX needed. In this case, it's a set of filters for a ventilator, the little air filters to keep dust out of the air and everything. Those actually got them free. They sold for $119.99, and that's a real good sale right there. Always keep a lookout for medical supplies, especially like filters and masks for CPAPs and stuff like that. They're real good, quick sellers that all you got to do is take a photo and boom, there you go. But of course, make sure that they're brand new in the package, never used or anything like that. But I was happy for that sale, especially after, how slow last month was. Even though I did keep my dollar up, it was kind of slow. But that's it for Monday's sales. Today's Tuesday. It was Monday's sales. We'll be right back on this video with some more. Hey guys, it's Thursday morning, September 3rd. Let's see what we sold yesterday. First up, we have this Muhammad Ali t-shirt. It's a real nice t-shirt. I'm really surprised it didn't sell when I first listed it back in 2017. This was one of the first pieces of clothing when I decided that I was going to start selling clothing that I listed. You would think Muhammad Ali would be an instant sale. But I paid $2 for that shirt, and it sold for $10.99 plus shipping. I probably should have just took it off a while ago, but hey, it's sold. I made profit. That's good. Next up, we have this Realistic brand. That's a Radio Shack brand. Tape eraser. Basically, it's a high-powered electromagnet that erases cassette tapes. I had listed it about 2 weeks ago. It sold. Then the customer backed out of the purchase. Usually when that happens, it's just easier just to cancel the order and not even mess with the customer, because if he had gotten it, he would have been a pain anyhow. So I relisted it. It sold immediately. It sold for $22.99 with free shipping. The sad thing is, this almost weighs 4 pounds. What had happened when I relisted it, eBay in the listing reverted back to free shipping instead of my calculated shipping. So always when you relist something, pay attention to the listing and everything that you put in, because sometimes eBay will trick you into reverting back into the original information that eBay prefers you have. So I'm not going to make as much profit on that as I'd like. I did pay for it, $3 for it at my local thrift store. So I'll still make a little bit of profit. Last up, we have a White Snake 2018 concert shirt. It sold for $14.99 plus shipping. I did pay $4 for it at my local thrift store. Always keep a lookout for band t-shirts, especially like 90s bands, and stuff like that. This being a newer concert shirt, it didn't sell for as much, but if it had been an original t-shirt from the 90s, I could have easily gotten $100, $150 for it. One thing to note on this listing, if you'll see, my photograph wasn't very clear. Always pay attention to your photographs, I was probably being real quick that day as taking my pictures, and I just didn't pay attention to it, so it's real blurry. I have a problem with blurry photographs sometimes because of my hand shake from my muscular dystrophy. But yeah, always keep an eye out for those band t-shirts. Well, it's Monday, September 7th. Today was Labor Day, so we didn't have any postal shipments today. So I thought I'd include today in on the whole week's, last week's orders. This weekend once again, wasn't big. I've sat down and I've realized that I only do average about 1 or 2 sales, usually about 2 sales per day. So, hopefully it'll grow. But let's get into what we've sold for this weekend. The first item we have for the weekend, we sold on eBay. It's a JCPenney's men's sweater vest. It's from the late 70s, early 80s. That particular vest sold for $18.99 with free shipping. And I did get it for $2 at a local thrift store. I don't usually go for this brand, but for $2, I couldn't pass it up. I knew I would make a few dollars off of it. Here we have another item that I got free in that lot of clothes from a friend. This is a neat little Star Wars skater dress. It's an R2-D2 skater dress from Torrid. It's a new with tags. Unfortunately, I had a few spots on it, so I had to discount it some. It did take a best offer of $20 plus shipping. If it was perfect, though, it probably would have gotten about $35 or $40, maybe a little bit more. But a free item, I can't turn down that sale. Like I've always said, Star Wars items, doesn't matter if it's toys, clothes, whatever, always do sell. This is the DVD movie, I Am Sam. It's a real good movie with Sean Penn in it. It's about a mentally challenged guy that has a child, and his life going through trying to raise that child. But that came from my collection. It's one of those filler items that I've told y'all about that you don't necessarily make money on it, but it does help boost your ratings with eBay. It's sold for $6.99 with free shipping. And yeah, like I've said in the past, always add a few of those filler items from time to time when you're slow. Something like DVDs are real quick to post. Here we have a pair of Stacy Adams brand men's dress shirts. I paid $5 for the pair of those. Stacy Adams is a pretty good brand. Their shoes sell very well. But these, main reason why I got them is because they were a very large size. Always keep an eye out for those large sized items because they usually bring a little bit higher premium. But they sold for $22.99 for the pair. And that's a decent, pretty decent little sale there. Last item for this past week is this photo buying guide from 1985. I did get that from a big lot of vintage books and magazines. I paid $4 for it. Averaged out $4 per book and magazine in that lot. And it sold for $15.99. Well, that's it for the sales for last week. I'm really getting a hang of this. I'm enjoying doing the YouTube. If you haven't already, go back and check my previous videos. And also the video that I posted today is a little bit different. It wasn't an eBay video. It was a little motivational video talking about me and my life and everything. I really enjoyed doing it. And like I've said in previous videos, I'm going to be doing several different things on my channel, not just eBay. So I hope you follow along in the journey with me. If you haven't, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Love you, friends.